The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4 has some big shoes to fill if it's to follow on from the impressive Galaxy Z Fold 3. But there's room for improvement, with the foldable phone's formula still not yet perfected. While a trickle of rumors is now starting to flow steadily for the Z Fold 4, there's still quite a bit we don't know. So we have collected all the leaks and rumors we have heard so far, and we have weighed in with our thoughts on what the Z Fold 4 needs to improve on if Samsung wants to continue to hold on to the best foldable phones crown with its next generation. Samsung will host a Galaxy Unpacked event on August 10, which is this coming Wednesday. The online-only event will start streaming at 9 a.m. ET or 6 a.m. PT. We have got a guide on how to watch the Samsung Unpacked live stream. We're pretty sure the Galaxy Z Fold 4 will debut at that time. In addition to the Fold, we are expecting to see Galaxy Z Flip 4, Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 and Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro 2 at this event. We may see the new foldable debut with a different name though. One source is claiming the phone will be known as the Galaxy Fold 4, with the Z being removed due to its unfortunate connections with the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Samsung already did this with the Galaxy Z Fold 3 in certain countries, so it wouldn't surprise us to see it unify the name of its new foldable around the world. The Galaxy Z Fold 2 from 2020 launched at $1,200, which might suggest that after falling by $200 in 1 year, we may see a $400 drop over 2 years to $1,600 for the Z Fold 4. That would still be much more expensive than even the most fully spaced phablet style phone. But as the gap shrinks, more and more phone buyers will be tempted to go for a foldable. One Galaxy Z Fold 4 pricing possibility cited by both Korean leaker UX1122 on Korean site Naver and Woseung claims that the phone will be getting cheaper. Given that the Galaxy Z Fold 3 debuted at $1,800, that would be quite welcome news. However, the Galaxy Z Fold 4 could have a cheaper entry-level price, as Even Plus claims the company could offer a model with 128GB of onboard storage. Cutting the price of the Galaxy Z Fold 4 should certainly be a priority if Samsung wants the phone to be a more mainstream device we think. Adding 128GB alongside the 256GB and 512GB storage models that the Galaxy Z Fold 3 offered would give Samsung the option of lowering the starting price of the Galaxy Z Fold 4, and that could even pave the way for a more affordable foldable phones. Just take the term affordable with a pinch of salt, as we don't expect even a lower spec phone for under $1,000. Though a European retailer has leaked the Galaxy Z Fold 4 could get a small price hike, the Fold 4 will reportedly start at €1,864 for a model with 256GB storage, which is an increase of around $65 on the equivalent model of last year's flagship. Again, this leak should be taken with a pinch of salt, as it's just one retailer and prices can vary from place to place for all kinds of reasons, including individual markup and miscommunication. We have also heard from a Korean source that the price may not be rising or falling, but just staying the same, at least in one. Sure, we'd like a cheaper Z Fold 4 model, but we will take the same price over a higher one any day. For what it's worth, you can now reserve your place to pre-order whatever phone Samsung announces on August 10 by going to Samsung.com. You can get up to a $200 credit if you are planning on bundling your phone purchase with a Galaxy Watch and earbuds. If you are just getting the phone, Samsung is offering a $100 credit to be used on select products at its online store. We have seen some big leaks around the Z Fold 4's potential design. The most compelling leak from IC Universe says the Galaxy Z Fold 4 will have a less visible crease, later backing it up with elegant photos comparing it to the Z Fold 3. Plus, the weight is tipped to be just 8.9 ounces. That would be a lot less than the 9.5 ounce Z Fold 3 and closer in weight on the 8.5 ounce iPhone 13 Pro Max. There's also a set of Galaxy Z Fold 4 renders courtesy of OnLeaks and Smart Breaks. These show the rumored phone from almost every angle, as well as revealing quite a few details about the foldable, assuming they are accurate, of course. One thing that's immediately obvious here is that the rear cameras follow the design style established from the Galaxy S22 Ultra rather than looking like they did on the Z Fold 3. OnLeaks and Smart Bricks also claim the hinge design has been changed, but that's not clear from these renders. The same sources say that the display will be 6.2 inches and 7.6 inches, just like on the Z Fold 3. Both screens are expected to retain their 120Hz refresh rates too. However, the display could be brighter according to one rumor, which would help users see the screen even in direct sunlight. Finally, the leakers recon the phone's overall size when unfolded will be 6.1 into 5.1 into 0.27 inches. That would make it a little shorter but wider than and thicker than its predecessor. Those leaked renders tally with several other rumors we have previously heard. For instance, a post on Korean blogging site Never claimed that Samsung is considering ways to reduce the phone's weight by reworking its hinge and improving the waterproofing and dustproofing. A lighter phone that is less susceptible to water and dust damage sounds ideal to us. Along the same lines, leaker Anthony, going by the Galax on Twitter, claims that the Galaxy Z Fold 4 will use a single hinge in the center of the handset rather than the two used by the Galaxy Z Fold 3. This would enable a thinner and lighter design while making the Z Fold 4 more durable. According to leaker Ice Universe, the Galaxy Z Fold 4 internals display will have a new aspect ratio that's more square as opposed to 5:4 for the Z Fold 3. The result is that the panel could be both shorter and wider. A newer leak from Ice Universe says this ratio will be 6:5, which is indeed slightly squarer. The outside will apparently remain very narrow and tall, but not quite as tall as before. There's also the case leak that Ice Universe provided showing the new shape compared to the same case for the Z Fold 3. Somewhat disappointing would be a rumor that claims the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4 won't have a slot to store the S Pen. Leaker Ice Universe has backed this up, saying the Galaxy Z Fold 4 won't have a built-in S Pen. However, he does say the design will be little smaller and little thinner, which would be good news. Another rumor claims that the Galaxy Z Fold 4's front display would be changing. The Samsung playing around with its aspect ratio in the Z Fold 4 prototypes. Which version Samsung will pick isn't certain, but Twitter tipster Snap 8888 claims there are versions with no differences to the Z Fold 3, ranging to those with a much different shape. As for the inner display, Samsung may be upgrading the current ultra thin glass material for a better one. According to leaker UX1122, this improved material would supposedly be tougher and higher quality, making it better to use with an S Pen stylus. Meanwhile, the outsides of the Z Fold 4 could use Corning Gorilla Glass Victus Plus, one of the toughest smartphone materials out there. Hopefully, it will mean it's harder to scratch or break the phone should anything bad happen to it. One thing that apparently won't be changing about the design is the fingerprint sensing power button. Samsung has allegedly decided not to go ahead with a plain under-display fingerprint module for the Galaxy Z Fold 4, instead keeping the Galaxy Z Fold 3's button-mounted sensor. That may be better overall too, as the button-mounted sensor is already a reliable option. The phone's color options are not as fascinating as the new engineering work going into the phone, but are still important for how the phone looks. According to leaker Ross Young, the Galaxy Z Fold 4 could come in beige, grey or black, a trio of fairly muted colors for such an expensive phone. However, a leak from Blast suggests that the phone could come in burgundy red, which is slightly less part on the other three, and the Galaxy Z Fold 3's color option. However, the last later leaked renders for the phone here only showed 3 colors, and now just days away from the launch, Plus has leaked a full gallery of images of Galaxy Z Fold 4 that could hint at the final design of the foldable. These renders also show only 3 colors for the Fold 4.